Welcome in to the Fantasy Foodies episode 1, aka the spicy one. Your host, Mendy here, joined by my co-host to my right. That is Mr. Bo over here, Mr. Hot Sauce Man himself. Bo, how's it going?
I'm doing great. I love spicy things, as you know. I'm excited to get this show kicked off with something right in my wheelhouse because after this, I think it's going to be a little more Mendy friendly, you know, let's do the spicy one and get Bo satisfied, and then we get the real stuff that's going to be painful for Bo, and Mendy's going to be more wheelhouse down the road with other episodes. That's what I'm kind of predicting is going to happen with this show.
Dude, we were talking pre-show, and you were telling me some of the spicy stuff you've done in the past, and you're gonna be like, A-okay, I'm gonna be hurting so bad doing this first one.
Yeah.
But I'm ready for it. What do you have on deck to bring the spice with this show tonight?
So obviously, I'm known for my hot sauce, which is the Hot Box Gourmet batch. This is only about 250,000 Scoville. When I say only, which means for some people that's really stinking hot, not tolerable for people who just don't do spice. But for people who do spice a lot, it's a pretty medium hot sauce. So instead, I went to the back of my fridge and got some Dave's Ultimate Insanity. This is it's a 2 million Scoville units. They use red habaneros, but also a pure capsaicin extract, which is basically put little drops of basically pepper spray in the batch just to spice it up without changing the flavors. And I've had it before. It's not a lot of fun to eat a bunch of, but I'm down to give it a sweat today.
I heard pepper spray and I checked out because that just sounds just awful. I've got some Carolina Reaper salsa. I've never had the Reaper salsa. I'll put it on the screen so everybody can see it. I've had ghost pepper salsa, but I think Carolina Reaper's hotter, isn't it?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. So back 15, 20 years ago, there were some farmers that decided to hybridize Trinidad scorpions with habaneros and Scotch bonnets that are the Jamaican peppers to create hotter peppers. And they basically were trying to get a Guinness World Record for the hottest pepper by Scoville units. And so somebody created the ghost pepper, which is about 1 million Scoville units. And then somebody took a ghost pepper and hybridized it with the Trinidad scorpion to make a Carolina Reaper, which is anywhere between 1.5 and 2 million Scoville units for a fresh pepper right off the vine. Which it'll if you eat one of those fresh, you're just asking for pain. It's a trip to the toilet the next day that you'll never forget.
I mean, your bum is just gonna be just burnt.
Oh, it's
the burning
done.
bum.
It's done. Like even my wife, I told her about the show coming up, and she's like, well, you get the downstairs toilet and don't come anywhere near mine.
Oh God, that is great. You guys have your own toilets. That alone is just awesome.
Yeah, mine's the general use toilet, so it's not the one right in the master suite, you know.
I like it. I'm so pumped for this show. I didn't even explain what this show is. The Fantasy Foodies, myself and Bo, we love food, and we love food challenges, and we love fantasy football. So, in what world can you take two of your loves and combine it into one? Well, we're bringing that world to you guys. And we're looking to take on some of the best and most popular food challenges out there. And we're looking to talk fantasy football to help you in your off season, during the season, win your leagues, make sure you have down the right players you need to draft, stay away from, and just all that good stuff, which again, if you love football, you love food, you need to come here and hang out with us in these little short episodes we got here with the Fantasy Foodies. So the first one is the spicy one. And it was suggested on Twitter. It made perfect sense. We got to throw some hot takes at you in this Spicy Ones episode. So we're going to throw some of our hottest takes as of May 8th. Obviously, things can always change later on in the season. Right now, this is how we're feeling. We're feeling spicy. And as we give you these takes, we're going to attempt to take down. I got my Carolina Reaper sauce. He's got his
my Ultimate Insanity.
So
that's just fitting. Right? It's fitting, right?
It is very fitting, and it's a good thing that Bo, I think, is a little more prepared to have a lot of takes here because I'm probably gonna be hurting so bad. I'm just gonna be listening and just suffering over here. So, but we got to start this off right. We got to open it up. We got to cheers it, and then we got to get this party rolling.
Cheers, salud, slancha.
It'd be nice if I could get this open. That's going to be the first task.
You need me to come over?
I might, because I might need some muscle over here.
I'll be there in 7 hours. I live 10 minutes from the airport, but it's going to be a while.
I did not, when we were planning this, I did not think this was going to be a problem to open.
Are you home alone? Because I think you can loosen it up for anybody who's next to you.
But the fiance just laid down, so hold on.
Honey, you got it.
Oh, this is great TV right now. He's struggling.
So this is what happens when you can only do one more pull-up than Austin Eckler.
Yeah, dude, this thing is. Oh, I think I just hit it enough.
Yeah, that's a good way to do it. Another way to do it is take it to a faucet and roll cold water over it, and then use a towel.
All right, well, this might have to go under the faucet now because this thing does not want to move.
This is a great television. Mendy.
All right, Mendy, you know what?
Yeah, how about I start? I have a whole lot of really hot sauce on my pork fried rice. I DoorDash $75 for the Chinese tonight because it's the weekend and I didn't want to have to go anywhere for the rest of the weekend to get food. So I ordered 5 different family style takeout cartons from a Chinese restaurant down the street. And now I'm putting a lot of very hot sauce on my pork fried rice. And I had my sauce on there earlier, and it had my nose running.
Oh my God! All right, this is good. So Bo's gonna get us started with his first bold take while he starts taking down that pork fried rice.
I'm gonna say the hot take before I take a bite, and then I'll explain it while I'm writhing in pain. Okay?
Yes, I like it. I'm gonna go run this under cold water while you go ahead and do that.
My first hot take is Kyle Pitts is going to be a top 3 tight end this year. Everybody's like, oh, tight end, blah, blah, blah. Rookie tight end, never work out, blah, blah, blah. This guy's not a tight end. He's a unicorn. He is a fancy unicorn that has never been seen before. And he's going to outscore everybody except for George Kittle and Darren Waller. He's going to outscore everyone except for Travis Kelce and Darren Waller. He's going to outscore George Kittle. He's going to outscore Hawkinson, everybody. This guy is going to score over 10 touchdowns, 80 catches, maybe 1,000 yards. I just, even if Julio Jones stays put, he's going to get his, and it's going to be magnificent. Yep, that is going to suck. Very hot. Whew. When I said it tasted good, I was lying. It's terrible. Mm. Mm. Oh, that's awful. Ooh. Oh. Oh, that is horrible. Whew. Kyle Pitts, top 3. Ooh, it's terrible. I need more beer, Mendy. Oh, whew, it's terrible. Very hot. Not getting better. Whew. Whew. I'm gonna tag you in.
How are you feeling?
Terrible.
Oh my God. Is it worse than you thought?
It tasted worse, that's for sure.
I poured a little bowl of in this little salsa bowl right here. I'm gonna like be dipping fingers in it as we go here. What spicy take are we talking about?
Kyle Pitts. It's gonna be the top 3 tight end this year.
Top 3. Ooh. I like it. All right, hold on. Let me dabble in here.
Shout out Stephie Smalls.
Oh, you got the claw? Oh yeah.
It's the only thing I find.
Ooh, Dude, you know that feeling when like the moment like your tongue just like starts tingling? Oh shit.
This sucks.
Oh. So Kyle Pitts. Listening to you is making it even worse right now. Oh my God. Oh. Let's try a little bit more. Oh my God. So you have Kyle Pitts behind Travis Kelce, and you have him behind George Kittle or Darren Waller. So you have him finishing ahead of George Kittle this year. What makes you think Pitts in his first year? Tight ends normally don't finish their first year as an elite tight end. What makes you think this will be differently?
He's a unicorn. He's not a real tight end. He's never been seen before.
Mm-hmm. He is almost like a wide receiver.
He is a wide receiver.
What about this one? Zach Wilson will be the best quarterback in the 2021 quarterback class in this year. Over Trevor Lawrence, over Justin Fields. Is that spicy enough?
Yeah. No, excuse me.
Oh God. Oh, maybe more ice cream here. Oh God. Oh God. I want to give you guys something, but I feel so bad for Bo right now. I don't even know what to say. I just want to eat my ice cream because this is bad. This is really bad. Like I poured this much in here, and I don't know why, because I legit have just taken like 2 fingers, and I'm already like spent. Like this vanilla ice cream is like everything right now, and I'm still in a ton of pain. I'll give you another bold prediction here. Let's get away from the rookies first. And you know what? We won't get away from the rookies for a second. this was trending. I saw on Twitter today, a couple people said this about Jamar Chase and DeAndre Hopkins. Jamar Chase will have a better 2021 season than DeAndre Hopkins. You got Joe Burrow throwing his longtime friend the ball, and it just, as long as that line gives him some type of protection, he's going to be looking for him all day, every day. Meanwhile, you have DeAndre Hopkins in a little more of a crowded room right now. You got Rondell Moore there, and you have AJ Green, you have Christian Kirk, and another year older for DeAndre Hopkins. As I think Jamar Chase overtakes DeAndre Hopkins in PPR production this year. Put that on the board. It's almost as smooth as this vanilla ice cream. Oh yeah. How are you feeling, big guy? I think your sound's off.
How about now?
Yeah, you're good.
Whew. Much better. Claws up.
Dude, that was rough. Like,
yeah, ice cream, that's a good call.
Oh yeah. That's the only reason I'm like still even somewhat sounding okay. I was telling them, I was like, I don't know why I poured this much in here.
Yeah, I poured a bunch too, and I ate way too much. So.
Is that the spiciest you've ever had of your life?
No, but it's the most of a spicy thing I've put on food.
Oof.
You see, much of it.
You see, with the Fantasy Foodies, we're not afraid to take down any challenge, no matter how spicy, how much.
I swear. Ooh, baby.
If that's not the face of a warrior right there, I don't know what is. I took 2 little pansy scoops here.
Did you see my new Abby?
Did you not have ice cream in your house or like milk or something?
I had iced coffee in the fridge, but I'm okay now. I'm okay. But did you see my new Abby today?
Oh, dude, let me look at it.
It all started with Will Harris Time, posting a picture of Canadian milk that comes in a bag.
Oh my God.
And so they put the bag inside of a plastic pitcher that they keep in their house, and they pour the milk that way. It makes sense. And I was like, imagine, and bear with me now, imagine if the milk carton had a handle of its own.
Dude,
and then somebody comments on there, wow, anybody else think it's crazy that Bo has a bear with him? And they hashtagged it dad joke. It was great. So then I was like, somebody needs to GIF or meme me on top of a grizzly bear or something like that. And I tagged Jordan Vanek, of course, and then Roto Craig. And they both submitted a GIF and a meme, which were funny as hell, with me riding a bear. And then Faith Ennis, Leap of Faith, photoshops my face on top of this British soldier riding a polar bear. And that's my new Abby.
I've seen many Abbies in my day, but this might be number one.
Legendary.
I mean, but the only thing is, I don't know how you can go up from here. Like any Abby you change.
I'm gonna have to leave it there unless somebody who does my Scott Fishbowl Abby just knocks it out of the park. But like it's staying up at least until Fishbowl starts.
How can you beat riding a polar bear?
Especially with my uniform like that.
Dude, this is sick. And I think the part that I like the best is you have this thing tamed. Like this bear knows who's the boss.
Yeah, that's Poncho. Poncho the polar bear.
Do you think you could bring?
I already named him.
Do you think you could bring him next time we do a challenge? Because I feel like he would probably be a big help to us.
Yeah, he likes to tell lots of jokes though. He's practically unbearable.
Oh, Bo, I love it. Well, we promised to keep these short, but I know we didn't do much fantasy talk. The spicy made it tough.
I'm dying, man.
We did talk about we have Kyle Pitts.
I didn't hear your second take.
So we had the Kyle Pitts as the number 3 tight end. I had Zach Wilson as the number 1 rookie quarterback, and then I said Jamar Chase because it was trending on Twitter. I think at some point today that Jamar Chase is going to outperform DeAndre Hopkins this year.
I could totally see that. Yeah, is it likely? No, but is it plausible? Yes, and that's what a hot take is. That's because I make a lot of hot takes, and I hashtag them pecan takes on my page, and I also bookmark every hot take that I take because if I'm known for something, I want to know when I'm right and when I'm wrong, and I forget all the time because I put so many out there that
right.
I want to go back and see which ones were hilariously bad and which ones nailed, and that's the rule that I follow with my hot takes is they have to be highly unlikely but plausible. Like you're like, oh yeah, that's probably not going to happen, but what if it did?
Well, first I have to acknowledge the formula that you have a hashtag so you can go back easily and look at it is genius. That's the first thing that needs to be acknowledged here. But number 2, like you're right, like a hot take is like not something that anybody's going to predict, but something that you can see. It's not going to be like AJ Green's going to have 20 touchdowns. Like that's
maybe like 7 years ago.
Yeah. But like, no, I agree with you 100%. And they're all 3 rookie picks too. If ties in with the draft just happened.
My other one might break the internet. So,
that's the way to go out on. We'll keep it to under 25 minutes. Keep it short for the people. What's the last one that we're gonna ride out on your bear on?
It's a twofer, which I like to do a twofer, and I don't take credit for nailing a twofer unless I get both of them right. But Patrick Mahomes is going to lead the NFL in interceptions, and the Chiefs are going to miss the playoffs.
I wish I didn't ask because as a Chiefs fan, that really hurts right now.
I had a feeling that this one might be too spicy for you, for the spicy one.
The spice is spicier than the salsa right now. Like that is spicy.
It might not be spicier than what I just had because that was painful. My voice is like I'm losing my voice from this.
You just think the league to be fair, there was a lot of dropped interceptions on Mahomes' ball. Yeah. I think that's kind of where I'm leaning. Plus, I also know that the defenses in their division are getting better. Their schedule's not going to be as favorable this year as it was last year either. And they won a lot of close games that they should have won going away. And look at what happened after that Tampa Bay win in week 7, where Tampa Bay didn't lose the rest of the year. And the Chiefs went from knocking everybody off the field to losing to the Raiders twice. These are things that can all happen if you get the wrong injury to an offensive lineman because they're still thin there. They have good talent around Mahomes, but they lost Sammy Watkins for whatever that's worth. They never really had him to begin with. I don't think CEH is as good of a prospect as people think. Even as a dynasty prospect, he's okay, but he's not that talented for a system that doesn't really value the running back that much. They need wide receivers, and Kelsey's 1 year older. Hill is a hamstring away from knocking their offense down 20 yards from stretching the field. It's a fragile offense, and their defense is playing off the ability of their offense. And so I can see a couple wrong things happening to them that could completely send them into a tailspin. Yeah, I mean, they definitely didn't upgrade. They got updated the offensive line, but they didn't bring in any more skill position players, help take pressure off of anybody. It's going to be interesting too, because they still always have a target on their back from the rest of the league, even though they're not the Super Bowl champs. They've been to the Super Bowl the last 2 years,
and they're the favorites again this year, which means that every team that they face is they're going to get that team's best.
Yeah, and their schedule is always tough. Being the number one, obviously, winning your division, you're going to play tough teams. It will be interesting to see, and obviously, Mahomes is, can make plays and can make stuff happen. But if outside Kelsey and Hill, there's nobody else getting open. It's a lot. You can see with the Bucks, it's if you can figure out how to get both of them kind of bracketed and covered, it's like the other ones have to win on their routes. And right now you have to be concerned that that's not going to be the case.
Well, and there's a blueprint out there now. If you can put some flames under Pat's butt, then he doesn't always make good decisions. He's winning on athletic ability and his physical gifts alone. I mean, this is a quarterback that, as gifted as he is, didn't understand cover 2 versus cover 3 until he had already been starting for a year. And so, yes, he's probably one of the most gifted quarterbacks to ever live, but is he one of the most cerebral? No. And that's never been the case. And I don't think he needs to be, obviously. He's going to win MVP just by being the best at everything else.
Mm-hmm. What a spicy take to end on.
Yeah!
Is that going to be a hashtag Picante tomorrow?
It might already be. I'll have to rehash it. If I find it, I'll bump it to the top. And if I don't find it, I'll put it out there in brand new.
I love it. That's the way to end the first episode here. A doozy to say the least. As you got some puking in this one. You got some hot takes. Yeah. That was the best part. I love that we actually had that on there. But we'll be trying to do these almost every week. If not, hopefully at least we'll try to do that. But we got plenty of food challenges we're going to try to tackle here. We've got plenty of fantasy takes that we want to bring you guys. We'll keep these short and sweet so they're watchable and they don't just get you bored by an hour mark or so. So if you have good ideas for what you'd want us to talk about, or if you have good ideas for what food challenges we do, make sure you let us know on Twitter. Bo, where can they find you and write to you on Twitter?
Twitter is at Bo_McBigTime. And I post everything on there. I'm either between humor, gifs, memes, hot takes, obviously, and then DFS season that's my baby. I write DFS for nimblewithnumbers.com and a couple other outlets. You'll see all my work on my Twitter. So just come and visit me, and then go to bigtimeflavorco.com to get your hot box hot sauce. Not as painful as the ultimate insanity. Tastes a lot better too.
If you go to, you've hit his profile when you get hungry because you see all the food emojis next to his name. That's when you've got the right Bo on there.
Yeah, I produce more food porn than anybody else. So.
The best kind of porn out there. Well, maybe not.
Yeah,
but
cue the swanky music.
You can find me at TheMendio2, always tweeting out tons of football, baseball stuff, all good stuff at Triple Play Fantasy. But yeah, that'll do it for episode 1. Plenty of more of these coming. Again, let us know what you guys would like to see, and we will talk to you guys soon.